Holy shit.
Until you find your way back home.
All right. What's going on, everyone? It is Jack. Hope you're all doing well during this pandemic, staying safe. Today we're going to be checking out the Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 Comic-Con trailer. I don't recall if there was extra promo or not for Season 6. And if there was, I'm not sure if I reacted to it or not. I've had an interesting relationship with Fear, as many of you probably have as well. It's been a bumpy road for sure, with some really high points and some pretty low points, but I think the one thing that could save the show, in my opinion at this point, is kind of restoring the vibes that the show had back in the first 3 seasons. And I know that that's like beating a dead horse, and everybody's been saying that, but the darkness and the true fear and grit that came with this show in the first couple seasons, I felt has been missing for a while. Now, in the first couple seasons of the main Walking Dead show, I didn't really feel that it was scary or super dark, though they could have gone that route if they stayed true to the comics with the prison arc, as many of you that know the comics know with Michonne and everything. Because that Michonne stuff in the comics was really dark. But the first couple seasons of the main show, I would almost describe as, it's weird to say, but almost beautiful. That, like, the way they, like, the pilot is a great example. It's scary and odd, and there's a few scary moments here and there with the first couple episodes, like when they're in the sewers, like Glenn and Rick, and there's that walker eating a rat, and just the way the walker sounded was just terrifying. But they already jumped into the apocalypse, so we didn't get to see the panic and everything that kind of led to that. And the group dynamic in Fear has also been lacking for a while, I felt. But in the main show, like when Rick kind of like apologizes to Bicycle Girl, and he's like, I'm so sorry this happened, and like that's just, it was very beautiful to me, and I felt like that was kind of the vibe of the main show. The main show was like beautiful chaos, and it did that very well with Frank Darabont working behind it. So with Fear, it's felt very inconsistent with its tone, and the last 2 seasons kind of really amplified that. Even the literal color tone of the show was atrocious the last 2 seasons. Now, as some of you know that have watched my Fear videos, I did stop watching back in Season 3 after they killed Travis. I watched the Tiatuaki episode after that, and it kind of gave me much worse vibes than the Eastman episode in the main show, 604, Here's Not Here, but that was done well, because 1, Glenn wasn't actually dead, and 2, it was a very well done episode, whereas Tiatuaki seemed like a parody, like a joke almost. And it wasn't the acting, it was just the writing. And I just, after the double episode premiere that was absolutely bonkers, I just could not get into it. And a lot of that also had to do with the way that Madison reacted to Travis's death. It felt so it just didn't feel genuine. And that really kind of turned me off of the show, especially because, I mean, I sort of, like, I try to latch on to, well, not always intentionally, but I latch on to characters that I relate to, which is why losing Carl in the main show hurt so much, because I grew up alongside Chandler and Carl, and he was the closest person I could relate to in the show, being age and demographic and everything, and that's important in a show, to have relatable characters for everybody. So, and though I'm not a mid to late teen anymore, in Fear, especially when we lost Nick, like losing Travis, like I'm not a father in a broken family, but I also wasn't a drug addict either. So Travis, I related, well, I guess Chris I technically related to more, and then Travis, but they killed, I could rant about the things that gave me issues with Fear for a while. But regardless, I stopped watching in Season 3. I binged and caught up when I heard Morgan was joining the show. A lot of people love Season 3. They said it was their favorite season. I'm not denying that. I know that it was well received by the fandom, but 4 and 5 were not, for the most part. Now, that's not anything to do with the actors, nothing. It's just the writing was just not there for me, for most of it. Some of it, yes, I really enjoy a lot of the characters they brought in, but some of the things that they've tried to do with them, I'm not a big fan of. And the story has not felt cohesive. It does feel like a different show, a different universe, because and it's not even just because so few of the characters are left. Like, in the main show, Walking Dead, technically, the show only has 2 characters left from the first season, alive and still in the show, whereas Fear has 3, if I'm not mistaken. So there's more characters from the first season or 2 that are alive and currently still in the main show in Fear, or still in the show in Fear, than in the main Walking Dead show, but they just don't feel the same. They just feel like shells of their former characters. And I hope that they can kind of go back to each character's roots, because I feel like Fear has a real potential to still be a good show if they can fix a few things. So the main thing, if they had to change one thing, other than make the color normal again, they have to bring the dark tone back, because you can't set a dark tone like that and then just drop it and completely change it to a passive, happy, like, it just feels wrong. And a lot of people pin that on Morgan joining. I feel that was part of it. I don't feel that that was at all the main thing, though. I feel like it was a culmination of everything, but I know people hate the idea, but I would rather them split off and join either the main show or the movies than continue to try to fix Fear. Like, I would rather Fear wrap up and have them go like their separate ways and go to a different, like the main show or whatever. And I know a lot of people don't want more crossovers, but I would rather see them and their true characters interacting with some of the ones in the main show than see them just very sadly crumble and fizz away in Fear. And I know I've been talking for a while, but if they can fix that, make the tone dark again, I think there's a shot. So, without further ado, let's check this trailer out. Oh, and the way we left it too, that pissed me off. With Morgan, he's not gonna die. If he dies there, then I don't think there's much coming back, because most of the people that came over with him and because of him will probably leave. Oh, take notes. Well, it's already done, but take notes. Way to remind me right off the bat. Dwight. Oh, Sherry. Was that Alicia tied up? Oh, God. Was that Charlie? John fighting Strand? Oh, my God. Holy shit.
I got a job for you.
Who are you looking for?
A man named Morgan Jones.
Is Mr. Jones dead or alive?
I don't know.
You will soon.
What? Hold up. I'm pleasantly surprised with that, actually. I'm gonna slow that down real quick. So we have Morgan. Well, actually, here I'll stay with this angle here. And I'll turn this off and on as I need to. So there's a new community, Lawton. It seems like I can't remember the groups off the top of my head that were split off, but we get shown some of them here. So we have Strand and Alicia with, I'm assuming this is probably Lawton, the town. John, I think John and June were split up. June is trying to resuscitate somebody. We have Luciana at this oil place that it looked on fire later in the trailer, which bonkers. Okay, I don't know why. I absolutely love this shot though. Like, if they have some kick-ass fight scenes where they're like mucked up, that's gonna actually look really cool if they can do it well. Al, and who was that behind Al? They're walking like a walker, so. Oh yeah, they're definitely a walker. Daniel and a donkey. This looks to be John, and I want to say Sherry, maybe? I'm interested to see how Sherry's going to come into this. Then we have Dwight. And that crazy shit. This stranger's purge-looking shit. Scary. Sherry, right here. Again, like I said, I'm interested to see how she plays into stuff. There's some executioner-looking mofo here with a dog that looks to be like a bounty hunter hunting down Morgan. No clue who this is. Those look like mannequins. Looks like it's like an interrogation room or something. It's an old pool, obviously. Hold up, was that Alicia tied up? I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is Alicia, though, on the table. John with a beard looks badass. Okay, I'm not trying to be that guy. This guy's donezo. Unless it's like one walker, because that's a walker hand. He's done. He's getting pulled out. They're likely already ripping into his legs. He's a goner. Okay, so this is maybe not somebody that we know. And he's getting intimidated by the bounty hunter's dog. It looked like someone else was in there with him. Maybe Alicia? Somebody looks to be a woman. I'm not sure, though. What in the world? So, Walker with antlers or some weird cult shit? That's a great face to pause on with Charlie. John looks to be digging a hole, I think. And holy crap, yeah, I think that is Charlie. Charlie's getting yeeted. Whoa. Why are John and Strand fighting? Maybe a diversion. Create a diversion. Yeah, maybe. I'm assuming that's him. Yeah, that is true. Yep, I would know that. Perfectly trimmed goatee anywhere. So this bounty hunter guy looks pretty badass. Oh, Mo. Yeah, Mo Collins. Glad she's there still. June looks like she just got tackled off a table or tackled somebody off a table. Who's Alicia fighting with? That looked like Luciana, maybe? No, actually, wait. Okay, I want to say that's Wes. Looks like the Dreads. I thought that was Charlie at first, or someone, but it's not. It looks like they're almost being forced to fight there, though. That's weird. So they're escaping oh, this gives me vibes of the governor. Ugh, brutal. Car chases. The bounty hunter freaking people in Al's truck. Someone took Al's truck, though, I believe. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember a lot from the end of the season. Althea, maybe calling the helicopter. Where'd that go? Right here. Bodies in the road, hopping out. Yeah, so that evil bitch is hiring. Oh, okay. They want us to think that this is Morgan's head, and I believe it is. But I think they want us to think that they're putting his head in a box. Because if you watch the boxes, the way they move, the one moves very definitively like there's something in it. That one, the Morgan one doesn't move at all. It slides and it stays. If there was something in it like a head, it would jostle a bit. His eyes are very bloodshot, though. Almost look like he's a walker, but I'm hoping he's not, of course. Yeah, that actually looks promising. I'm going to keep my expectations fairly reasonable, but if they keep that dark tone, I could see that working out fairly well. I don't know what the hell, I was very confused by most of that, but you know, I guess we will see. So, but yeah, I think that will about do it for my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you're most excited about for Fear Season 6, if you are. And yeah, as always, this has been Jack from Group of Gamers Inc., and I'm out. Peace. He absolutely lost his mind. Jeez. The fuck? Freaking strangers shit? Oh my god. Al? Whose head was that? Jesus. Okay, so those were either whispers, or he just lost his holy fucking shit.
Look through this. There's a lot in here.
That's a lot of walkers.